Okay.
Okay, sweet. Also, real fast, I reminded myself, this isn't a sit here and watch kind of thing. You can if you want. Ask questions as I go. I will pause and answer your questions to the best of my ability. At the end of the day, I want you guys to learn something from this. So if you're not learning anything, then you need to be asking questions on things that I don't have in here specifically that you might want to know. But go ahead and kicking it into this. So this is essentially a diagram if we were playing on C flag and we were attacking. Okay, C flag, we are attacking. Just to reiterate that. Um, there's a lot of numbers going on. A lot of things are colorful. Like I said, I'm not the best artist, but work with me. We can get through this. So essentially, this is point. Obviously, the circle is point. This red triangle right here is the bonfire. Okay. Now I know you guys might not know what all the callouts are, but essentially this bonfire is Bon. If you hear there's a group on Bon, I'm pushing Bon where they're coming from Bon. That is what that means. Bonfire. This is the bonfire. Okay. If they're pushing from Bon, that means they're probably coming from this area. All right. Ramparts would be up here. All right. Hey, they're pushing ramparts. They're heavy on ramparts. This is ramparts. All right. That means they're probably coming from over here. Um, Now, that being said, Opabon. Opabon, all it stands for is opposite of bonfire, which is this whole area over here. All right. Now, each flag itself, A, B, and C, has a bonfire on one side and an Opabon on the other, which is where there is no bonfire. So it can vary depending on which sport we're trying to take, which map we are on, which like area we are in. 1 second. Sorry about that. It all will vary, but essentially, if you see a bonfire, that means the opposite side is Opabon. Just for those who did not know. Okay, so all of this really is a mirror match from both sides. Okay, now obviously some groups can be in different places. This is a baseline of what most wars will look like in a rough general sense. Some wars will look different. Some wars will take group 8 and group 7 and try to push ramparts at a certain time. Um, some groups will take 9 and 10 and have them loop really far back. But generally, this is what it looks like most of the time. And I know you can't really see what's going on because you're focused on healing. But you have 8 inner, 9 outer, and then 10 wide. Okay, so realistically, I would zoom this all the way out, and 10 would be way out here. All right, 9 would be in the middle. Think of it as if this is the main freaking point, obviously, you would have another little layer um, of the inner circle, right? Which would be smaller, realistically. This is not to scale. Um, the outer circle and the wide circle. Does that make sense to everybody? So there's essentially lanes that these wide groups, 8, 9, and 10, are playing in. Okay. Now, group 7 is bonfire. Usually, right? Like I said, different wars, different plans, but usually you will find these groups in a general vicinity of where I have them placed now. Going through the goals and the reasons for each group, I don't have them on here, but group 1 and group 2 are your point groups, all right? Their job is to stand on point at all times and create as much disruption and chaos on point. And in a rough sense, obviously, I don't play point group. There's definitely more things that go in more depth there. That's not what we're here for. We're here for healing. Groups 3 through 6 are quad groups. As you can see, I have this cut into 4 pieces here. How can I make it to... Okay, perfect. I have it cut into 4 pieces here, right? Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, Group 6. These are your usually bruisers, okay? Mostly bruisers, IGVGs thrown in there, maybe a disruptor. These guys' job is to essentially create the crashes and poke the enemy out and just be a presence on and off point in their quad here. Okay, so group 4, the bruisers would be hopping in and out of this point consistently, working this quad, working the inside, working the outside, waiting, holding their abilities for a crash. So let's say there's a crash top left, then they would all come down and crash on this top left side. That is essentially the job of bruisers in a nutshell. However, like I said, this isn't about bruisers, just giving you guys a rough idea. Group 7, Group 8, Group 7, they are usually here to assist the healers and also put pressure over here and allow their Group 7 to not get into our back line here. Same with Group 8, Group 9, and Group 10. Now Group 9 and Group 10 have a little more in-depth role there on getting kills and creating vacuums for the kill squads to get around and kill their healers. Group 8's big job here is to win this fight with their Group 8 and attack their healers. Now, the colorful blobs on the screen that I have is green and red, all right? So green. This green is what I would call a healer pocket, all right? So this is a pocket within the fight that is usually an okay spot for healers to stand on, for healers to work within in order to heal their teams. Now, this is for quad healers. I'm pretty sure everyone in here is mostly a quad healer. So, like I said, this is for quad healers. This green spot is a pocket on which you would want to play inside of in order for Group 7 to be able to peel back for you and defend their Group 7 from you. And it's so far away from Group 8 that if our Group 8 lost, they would have to make up all this ground here, probably fight a little bit of Group 5 and a little bit of Group 6 just to get to the healer pocket, which is, that's their job. It's a lot harder though, because of that reasoning. That's why we play on this right side.
A question for you real quick.
Yes.
In this, you said that those are where the quad healers are going to be. Is the healer from 7 going to be in there as well?
Yes. So for this for this specific diagram, 7 healer will probably play around here. Now, like I said, 7 is bound to go in all kinds of different areas, whether it be ramparts up here, or even dive their back line. But with that being said, if you were a healer for Group 7, Bonfire is your best friend. This is the biggest piece of land slash like a prop on the map that you can use as cover and you can work around, which I have in some clip I can show later on of me actually using this bonfire to save my life and continue to heal my team. But yeah, as a Group 7 healer, you're fine to play in here if your group is working within this vicinity here.
Thank you.
Yep, now let's say that Group 7 decides to move up into their backline here, then you would probably want to go a little wide and play over here because you don't want to come all the way into their bruisers on Group 4. You want to be as wide as you can, but if 7's pushing into this over here, that means they probably beat out the opposing team's Group 7. So you're going to probably have free space over here. However, it's not on you to follow your team around, it's on you to get into a good position, call out what your position is, which I do in my videos that I will show, and your team should work around you. You should not work around your team as a healer at all. And if someone says otherwise, they are wrong, and tell them to come talk to me about it. It is your job, unless you are Group 10, 9, and 8. Well, even if you are Group 10, 9, and 8, they need to be working around you at all times. So that applies for every single group. You are the main priority. At the end of the day, healers are priority. So if they decide not to work with you and they die off in Narnia over here, and you've continuously told them that you're playing at Bond, you're playing right mid, then that's on them. They're wrong 100% of the time. And let us know. Let us know if people aren't listening to your callouts. because then we need to sub them out for someone who will. Going forth with that, I forgot where it was. Yeah, so healers want to sit in this pocket here. Reason, like I gave the reason why. Now, group 3 healer, okay? Obviously, this is a little bit of ways, all right? Now, with that being said, you can always move to center road here or even a little further. However, if you feel pressure from this left side where 8, 9 are, always come back to the pocket. Always come back to the pocket, call out to your team. Now they probably are going to be in fights up here, but group 7 is usually should notice it and they'll peel back for you. Group 6 should notice it and peel back. Group 5 should notice it and peel back. So if you are healing group 3 and you seem to not be able to reach your guys that are pushing this over here, move out, and then if you feel pressure, move back in. For kill squad healers, mainly 8 through 9, 8 through 10. Positioning is kind of not a thing you can teach because everything always changes in those groups. However, I would say the best tip for you is to communicate with your team as much as possible as to where you are at, what you are doing at all times. You should always be talking as a healer. In my comms, in my group, I flood the comms with my fucking mouth. I'm always saying something. I'm always saying where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm healing, if I'm being attacked, even if I know that I'm probably gonna get out of said person attacking me, I still will call it out. I call if I'm getting locked up from CC. I call whenever I use my stone form. I literally say everything, and you should too. You should not quiet. You should be communicating with your team. That way they can not only work around your range of heals, but they can also peel for you if they have the opportunity. That way you stay alive. Now that I've kind of explained that, little quick tip. Group 3, this zone right here is top left. This right side is top right. This is bot left and bot right. So if you didn't know those calls, now you know. And if we were to switch this around and we were on defense instead of attack, let's say we were on defense here and they were attacking, same thing applies. Nothing changes. It's a mirror, all right? No matter what side you're on, this is essentially how it's going to look. Obviously though, 8 through 10 are going to be on this right side and the bonfire would be on this left side. But the quad groups will stay the same all the times. Top left will always be 3, so on and so forth. All right, now I'm going to get into my VODs that show a little bit of my positioning here. I have a few VODs I'm going to go through. I'm going to skim through most of them, other than points that I think might help. All right. So coming out here, this is our 7-minute war. Wait, no, this is not our 7-minute war. I want to do the 7-minute war one first. All right, this is our 7-minute war. Yeah, I was just going to show this clip right here. All right, so I'm going to try to talk over my comms here, but you can hear how I'm always talking. I'm saying where I see people. And you see how this pocket that I'm in, you'll see me play this pocket a lot here. Because like I said, through the diagram, on defense, this is our pocket. All right, on offense, this would be our pocket. So you'll see me play in the pocket of which I just showed you. And remember, you want to stay working within this pocket as much as you can. You don't want to roll back or forward. You want to roll side to side in the pocket. Work the pocket. Be confident in your abilities to dodge and save as much stamina as possible. Another big thing that I see a lot is people stam themselves, which I do later in the video. So I'm not perfect, right? No one's perfect. You get flustered. Things happen. Try to not get flustered though. Try to stay calm, stay relaxed. Use a hatchet, for God's sake. This shit is really good. And this actually ties into the clip that I showed you guys at the beginning. All right.
What group are you in for this clip?
So I am in group 6, so I am bot right. My group is
Okay.
bot right here. However, bruisers, they rotate through the point in order to not clump up, because if we just stayed in this bot right side, it would be an easy clump and an easy crash on us. So bruisers will rotate through the point here. So my job is I'm kind of healing this bottom right side. Now, I think in a few seconds you'll see we actually do really good at covering the point with sacreds. Um, so I'm just comms on. All right, so I'm doing damage. I'm just like my team's not taking damage. There's no point for me to really do anything. There's not contestation on the point. All right, I put my sacred bottom right and I called it out to my team because I am at the end of the day bot right. That is my side. That's where we need to be playing. Like I said, your team will go up and down and left and right on that point. It's normal. It is okay. As long as they're not staying over there and as long as they know if they need heals and if they need to get in a defensive posture if they start crashing this point where they go back to, which for my team it is bot right. So I call out bot right, I put my sacred there. Always call out your sacreds. I'm thinking that Sunny, our AoE healer, put the sacred down here in the middle. And yeah, there's really no contestation right here. Perfect view. All right, so this looks like a healer. Could be wrong. Maybe a fire staff. That's not where you want to be standing. Because like I said, this is where their group 7 is going to be. This is where their healers are going to be over here. And this is also where they're going to start flooding from. Obviously, they're not on point. They're coming from B point. They're taking B point right now, which means they're going to be flooding all from this fucking bonfire side. So if this is a healer and he is standing right here, the first person they're going to fucking look at is this fucking healer out of position. All right. Um, your heals go a lot further than you think sometimes. So just learn to work with that. But yeah, see these sacreds here? Perfect. Whoever's playing group 4 here, their heal I think this is group 4's sacred right here. They put it lower top right, which is good spot. Like I said, you see how this U is created? That means anywhere on our bottom side that our bruisers, our points are running, they're getting healed by someone sacred. And it's good not to overlap them too much, because obviously stacking sacreds, stacking beacons does not work. It'll prioritize whoever has the highest healing output. So this is perfect. This is literally pitch perfect right here. Anywhere they go on this bottom side of point, they are getting healed. Continuing. You said what? Sorry? Or maybe I just heard myself talk. All right. So yeah, so I'm calling out what I see. Group going wide here. So because of that, because I see them going wide and I know they're probably working on crashing down on our healers over here, that means that we don't have a group 8 or 9 over there to contest their whatever group this is, which I'm assuming is their 8 or 9. So because of that, I take the initiative to position myself in a more proactive manner that allows me to play and recast better without getting fucking targeted, right? Which all of our healers should do. Obviously, I take contact left, right? I get Path of Death need here. So what do? I immediately go back into my healer pocket, all right? Well, no, I don't here. I played pretty ballsy, I guess. But I eventually go back into this pocket over here, which you see everyone here is doing good. Your healer in this clump right here, you're doing exactly what I'm saying to do right now. You're doing perfect, playing in this fucking pocket. So obviously, they're in our pocket here. I'm continuing to heal. I notice I get hit a little bit, and here in a second. Yep, so I'm playing road here because I notice people on my right and obviously people on my left, and believe it or not, there's people behind us, right? So I decided to play road, just even medium. I can go, by playing this road here, if I take pressure from the right, I can go left. If I take pressure from the left, I can go right. Pressure from the rear, I could go right. Or towards my bruisers in point. It's not wrong to step on point. I would advise against it as much as you can, but if you're getting pushed from all angles, the only place you can go is there, go there. And then try to find a route out. Sorry, my kid is having the time of his life, if you can hear him. All right, yep, plain road. Just kind of waiting to see where I'm gonna get attacked from because I know it's coming. So I'm calling out who I'm healing. Get stunned here. This is the clip you saw earlier. Instantly go into defensive posture, healing myself. I go back to my pocket. They follow me there. And now I'm just kind of working on it. Pop my runestone. I'm calling out to my team that I have people on me. Thought I died here for a second. As I said earlier, I'm just playing my life here. I have 4 or 5 guys on me. Get out again. Now here's where I made my mistake. All right, my thought process. I 1, 2, 3 guys, and I think that's another one right there. 4 guys in this area, so I can't play this mid right side. So my instant thought process was to go back to that healer pocket, maybe to that road, maybe even push left a little. However, they caught me. They crashed down onto Nui here because she is a healer and they probably know that. So they crashed down onto her. I got right into the crossfire and I died. Bad position. What I should have done here was probably stay out here for a little longer and let this develop. Let the plays develop. Let people go where they're going, because there's always going to be a pocket to stand in. Whether it is the healer pocket that I've stated here, whether it's here, whether it's here, whether it's in the middle, whether it's up here, which it really shouldn't be, but if sometimes it is, there's always going to be a pocket for you to stand in and work within. You just have to be aware and work, let things play out. So going into it again. Like I said, they crashed on Nui. We're going for Nui. I walked right into them, and I was on cooldowns, didn't have anything, and they killed me here. So going back into it, I respawned. We lost C. I'm gonna go over a little bit of fort play. All right, fort play, quad groups. All right, kill groups are a little different. They will vary. If you're in a kill group, that means you kind of already know positioning well, and you understand what your job is. So I don't really have to explain that as much. Quad groups, you want to play this top rampart thing here, whatever this is called. And obviously I'm just kind of healing the masses right now. Just throwing my sacred on the door. This practically turned into OPR for a few minutes. Okay, healing my groups, playing out of sight, out of mind. All right. I notice people starting to die on point. People on my team start to die on point. Can't reach them, so I make the crucial decision to drop here in a second. All right. Now I've called my sacred. All right. Now obviously I called it wrong. I said mid left. That is gonna be mid right, as if we were looking out into the to the flags. So I called that wrong. Luckily, I think my group noticed it anyways and still worked within it. Continuing, I dropped down in order to be able to heal my team better, because that edge was LOSing me, which wasn't allowing me to heal them. And I'm confident that I can stay alive down here pretty well. So I'll do my job down here. All right. So now I'm working my magic. All right. I'm calling out when I have sacreds. I'm calling out when I have abilities. All right. I'm watching my stam. I'm not getting myself exhausted. I try to find space up here. No space. Try to find space down here. All right. There's a little bit of space to work with, so I start working with it. All right. Any space you can take here, take it. Because I felt getting pressured, moved on to point, moved off a point. Right. See how fast this is unfolding here? This is like, you got to think fast, okay? Especially whenever we get into our fort. There's going to be very little room, okay? You'll see me try to go take space up here and try to be safe up here, but there's a kill squad going to be up here later in this this VOD. You got to think fast. You got to think fast, and you got to make a decision. Even if it is a wrong decision, at the end of the day, you made a decision, and you can learn from it by watching your VOD over and seeing what you could have done instead. So with that being said, okay. Yeah, quick decisions, okay? I felt pressure from my back. I walked up onto point. Felt pressure from the right. So a big funny juke you can do is if people are running at you, you can run back at them, and usually like you'll juke them, believe it or not. But they weren't focused on me at this point. They were focused on getting toes on the point. All right. So I felt a little pressured. Walked up. Sacred on bottom right. Walked out. They're not focused on me. I'm free casting here. I might have one that's looking for me. As you can see, I'm communicating to my team. I'm trying to take high ground. I'm constantly telling my team what I am doing, where I'm at, what my cooldowns are looking like. So I try to take high ground. What do I see? I see this guy and this guy both with bows ready to blow me up. So I drop down. All right. Then I'm like, okay, I'll play hell. Guess what we got there? It looks like a goddamn fire staff right there. All right, so as you can see, there's not much places you can stand, but all while I'm running around trying to do my best to find a spot, I'm working on keeping my team alive. I'm clapping. Clapping's really easy, really easy to do on the run, even if it's to heal one person. Now, you would want to prioritize healing multiple teammates at once with your clap. However, with this circumstance, running and clapping is perfectly fine. And I found a little pocket here, I think, so I start to heal my team. But like I said, there's nowhere to stand. I'm trying to find one. Had to pop a potion there. I thought I was going to get crashed on. I ended up didn't, so now my hatchet is on cooldowns. Oops. How do I get rid of this? Okay. And we actually ended up winning that fight. So that was great. So now I'm calling out Stake at Ador. It's a fucking fight up there. I could go and take high ground here, but I'm thinking that they're still up there. The enemy archers are probably. So yeah, call outs. I'm not playing too crazy right here. Nothing really that I'm teaching is right here. Positioning, believe it or not, I know shit am playing in this pocket here, which in fort there is really not a pocket, but it's just so drilled into my head to play the pocket that I am in said pocket. Let's continue to see what I do here. Yeah, so like a lot going on, just trying to find somewhere to stand, trying to find someone to heal. Always calling out. I probably should clap here. Nope, I'm getting jumped on, turn to my hatchet, and I get out of there. All right, instantly switch back to heal Avar. Clap. Somehow, for some reason, I should have been able to keep Ferment up. I don't know why Cutskin's name's there, but that's Ferment. I should have been able to keep Ferment up there with that clap, but didn't go off in time, which, yeah, so now I'm calling out that I only see 2 or 3, 4 guys maybe on point. Big clump right here. I got nothing left. I'm pretty much dead here, and I do die here, and they take point, and that's that. So that's that VOD review. Now, this is the attack against 2058. Once again, I go through my gear, go through my stats, which is all something I suggest you guys are doing. All right. So, this attack, right here, all right? This pocket. All of our healers are in this pocket, okay? We don't have as much. We have point presence right now. Our group 7's probably fighting some over here. Where this little B flag is, that's bonfire. As you can see, bonfire is right there. So group 7 should be around here, but I think they're split pushing at this moment. So right there, that's too far. Once again, hatchet's really good. God damn it. All right, I'll just start from the top. Okay, we're trying to make our way onto point. I see their group, some group, whatever this is, contesting this over here. So I'm not gonna run into them. All right, it's not my job to run into them and fucking headbutt them. So I decide to play road here. Why do I play road? Because either side I get pressure from, I usually can find out. Instead of if I was over here, it takes me a lot longer to get over here, away from where they're working. Because everyone's essentially working within a zone at the end of the day. everyone's going to be working within zones, right? So if you can manage, so if I'm right here and I can manage to get out of said zone, right? Yeah, I'm going to run into this zone, but maybe this zone's not contested. Or I back out a little bit, play right here for a few minutes or for a few seconds. This area, this is usually out of their zone. So they're not going to come out here chasing me because they're running too far away from their healer, too far away from their group, and they're more than likely not going to 1v1 a healer a lot. And especially in wars, it's really hard to 1v1 a healer unless the healer is not too good or the DPS is really, really good. So yep, called it playing our road. So bad sacred, I called bot right, it's more bot mid, however it works. Got crashed on a little bit there, got out. Calling out that I'm playing bottom right, our healer pocket where every other healer is, as they should be. Which I feel like a lot of people who play here don't even realize that they're playing in the healer pocket. They just like, it's just a good spot to play. But yeah, this is where you want to play. Continuing. Called a sacred top right because I see Poem up there. Poem in our group is usually, he's our IGVG. He's usually the one slowing down, rooting the enemy for the rest of our team to kind of crash on and poke out. Avar as well. Avar is our bruiser. So because of that, I work with the Poem and Avar the most because they are the ones, it's not, I wouldn't say coordinating, but setting up for Ferment to come in and do his disrupt thing. It's all just like down the waterfall of everyone working together. So because I saw Poem up there, I decided to focus that top right side. Alright, I wasted a clap here. This is a waste of a clap. Just want to show you guys that. Oh my god. No one needed a clap. I clapped. That was a waste of a clap. Try not to do that. However, it does happen, as you can see. I'm continuing to call out my positioning. Called out my sacred bot right, where you can see Avar and Ferment are playing within it. Your team should be doing this. If your team is not doing this, tell them to do it. If you say that you have a sacred in a certain area and people aren't playing within it, tell them, play in my sacred, play in my sacred. Literally annoy the fuck out of them until they do what you say. And if they don't want to do that, then fucking let someone know, someone of leadership know, that we don't fucking slot them the next time. Because if they're not gonna listen to the healer, they're not gonna listen to their shot caller. Like, it's ridiculous that we have people that don't want to fucking work within sacreds. Like, they get too tunnel visioned. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Team's working in a sacred here. I'm just doing light attacks and for refreshing to get my cooldowns on faster. Right here, not really needing to heal. All right, I'm just kind of defaulting, putting my sacred bot right. If you were fucking playing bot left, same thing. Sacred bot left, top left, sacred top left. Whatever quad you're in, just if you don't know where to put a sacred and it's on cooldown, default to where your zone is all the time. Your sacred should really be on cooldown most of the war, unless you're like going from position to position, or you're going from A flag to B flag, so on and so forth. If you're in a current fight like this, where there's clumps, find somewhere to put your sacred. Clap. I mean, bad clap. That was a bad clap. Probably could have saved my DE there. This is just going into more depth stuff that are mistakes that maybe you guys might see yourself making that we can all fix together. Sacred bot right. I clap unnecessarily here, so the reason I did clap though, to justify it, DE is a cast time of 3 seconds, clap is an insta fucking heal, right? I see Avar's health drop to around 50% or so. I don't know where he's at essentially in this clump. I don't know what he's doing, who he's fighting, if he is getting crashed on. So my immediate reaction was to insta heal him in order for me to prep my, because usually what I'll do is I'll insta heal with my clap and then I'll go into my DE. When that one clap will give me enough time to get my cast off if they are in a clump. So obviously he's getting attacked again. He managed to get out of said crash, it seems. So this heal was wasted. I tried to cancel it, but I didn't get it off, the cancel off in time. Once again, defaulting my sacred. Always default your sacred. Healing poem here. I'm calling this out. I'm talking to my team. I didn't have a, yep, got lined here. I don't know why they didn't attack me. I didn't even have to use a cleanse there. Defaulting my sacred again. Except it's a bad sacred, too far bottom. So right there. It's something that we can't necessarily say will happen for sure 100% of the time. That was a mistake for me because I think I let Ferment die because of it here. I decided to DE on Poem when I shouldn't have. I'll pause it. So Poem took about 25% health there, or 25% damage there of his health bar. Not realizing that Poem's playing IGVG, he probably would have been fine with his lifesteal, with his ice tomb. He was probably fine. Probably could have saved my tomb. He probably would have working in and out of my sacred anyways. I should have saved my DE there for literally half a second later. Ferment takes a little more, right? And he's obviously getting hit on. I don't have anything up. I don't have my DE up, so which forces me to clap, which works out because I took damage, Avar took damage, and Ferment took damage. And now that I'm in, called the Sacred on Ferment's feet. Didn't know where he's at. Just wanted to whatever Ferment's in, he's taking damage. So I instantly just threw a Sacred on him. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. Oh, this is what I was stating earlier about Bonfire. I think it was Lone Star who said where should 7 be playing, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So remember how I said to work with a bonfire. So right here, I'm getting shot at from something. Don't know what it is. Obviously it's a bow somewhere, or it might be this fire staff. If that's, I don't know if that's our teammate. Arrows hit me. Yeah, this guy is not on our team, and he's just, so like this is the stuff we gotta fix. Just going off topic, there should not be a fucking fire staff in our fucking healer's pocket. Like this guy should get punished 100% of the time. He's not a bruiser. He's not a disruptor. He's probably wearing light armor. This guy should be getting punished. This is what we need to fix as a group. Not obviously healer's fault, but it's funny that I saw this. It's completely off topic, but that should not be a thing. This should not be happening, especially a fire staff. So I notice now that they think they're gonna get me, but you know, I'm fucking dodging and weaving. All right, now I call out. You guys can hear that. I'm calling out. I'm at bonfire right now, and I'm using this bonfire. I'm dancing around it. I'm calling out exactly what I'm doing. I was able to still get a heal off. You see, people are not gonna waste their time on you as a healer. As much as they say they are, as much as their job is to annoy you and continue to fucking attack you, this guy is more worried about stat padding. This guy is more worried about making sure he has enough damage at the end of the fucking match. That way people don't dog on him. All right. That's probably his mindset. So him knowing that I'm at full health now, and I'm just gonna continue to dance around this bonfire, he's gonna give up. And that is the likelihood of so many people, whether they are kill squads, he's not getting as much use right now as he could be padding that damage with meteor shower, putting that shit on point. He's wasting time on me. He's wasting my time. However, with this bond here, dude, I cut off line of sight and I noticed Ferment taking damage. Instantly turn around and heal him. All right. So Ferment just takes too much damage there. I wore that where my heal didn't go off, one of those two. And we get called to rotate back to B. I come back a little, heal my team, help them get out with heals. But yeah, that bonfire is gonna be your best friend if you're playing group 7 and you're working with that bonfire alone. So here I'm just off healing our shot caller at the time. And we're just working our way to B. Now this is where I die. So I want to see you guys. Want you guys to see how I die, and this is probably how most of you died at a certain time too. All right. Obviously, all these healers are playing in their pocket right now. We're getting slammed by AoEs out the ass because once again, we have fire staffs over here that are just boom, 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 boom for free. Why is that? Because we need. That's where our kill squads should be, creating pressure. That's where our group 8s and group 9s, but mainly group 8 should be preventing that line of sight. However, they're not. Whether they're dead, whether they're out of position, whether they're on another task right now. It is what it is. We can't fucking make everyone perfect, but we can make ourselves as best as we can be. We can learn to work with what they give us. All right, that's the only thing I ask for, is to be able to work with what they give us. All right, so I'm still calling out where I'm putting my sacreds. Like I said, seed poem. I see Avar up there, putting my sacred top right. All right, I clap here, save foam a little bit. He's taking more damage. I try to heal him, manage to get it off. All right, and I'm just dancing in this pocket here, just dancing, trying to avoid range stacks. Avar has a bunch of anti-heal on him. Poem probably does too. I can only save one, so I choose to save Avar. And he still ends up going down here. Oh, never mind, he doesn't. Also notice how I'm not stamming myself either. If I do 2 rolls, I know to wait a few minutes until it's at least above 51 to dodge again. All right. So here, sorry about that. Like I said, take space. If you know that your team's working over here, we have a lot of pressure over here. So I'm gonna move over here and take space. However, it's not good for you to cross this imaginary line. All right.
Come on,
Oh shit! This looks like a fucking
Come here, little piece
2-year-old
of shit.
on it.
Take my good big ass great sword to your face.
Obviously, there's not a bonfire. The bonfire's on this side on B point. But I noticed that we are heavily in this area. I noticed that they are heavily in this area. So why would I stand here? You know what I mean? Now, realistically, you don't want to cross this center line right here. But fucking situation dictates, right? I'm not gonna stand here and get fucking farmed by their fucking fire staffs all fucking day. I'm gonna rotate. I'm gonna work with my team, right? Work with my quad, right? Even though we're quad 6, we're still having to apply pressure for quad 4 because quad 4 is struggling in this war. So back to the video. So yeah, as you can see, I don't like being up there. So I start coming back down into that pocket, calling out my fucking sacreds. Wasted clap there. Shouldn't have clapped there. I was gonna heal Avar, decided not to. Just because he didn't take enough damage. Here I heal Ferment. He's out of range. Clap. Got everyone. That was a good clap. What else I got? Just working this pocket. You guys like, this is what I want. I want you guys to work this pocket here. This is your positioning. This is where you need to be. Let's see. That healer right there. He should not be up there. He should not be up there by himself. Whenever we had like 20 guys over there, maybe, right? Sure. By yourself over there. If your team's that far up there that they can't fucking get your heals and you're being forced to run through their fucking backline, that shit's not good to go. All right, you tell them. Like, I think I tell my group right here actually that I can't work that far up. I need them to come back for me. Yeah, I say it right there. Like, I'm being pushed out too far. I can't play that far. And so what do? Poem comes back. Exalt's already back here. Avar's within my range. This is what your group needs to be doing. My group works really well with me, and I'm really glad they do. because they make my life a lot easier. All right, this is what your group should be doing. If your group is not working with you, then you need to let us know. Like I said before, we need to find people that will listen. Because if every group does this and works with their healer, there should be very little death, very little death. So I'm playing this little borderline here. Obviously, we have the space up this top right side, so I'm just working it. I'm working it. Our group 7 is doing well over here, fucking fighting off their group 7. It's allowing us to play with more room. All right, here, this looks like their group 6 or group 7s. This is definitely their group 8 or 9. All right, I play really far back here. I probably could have saved fucking Exalt if I didn't go so far back. But we did get the call to go to C. Which is why I ran so far away originally. And I'm already working my way over here to C. I notice our group 9 and group 10 are fighting over here. All right, this war, they were duking it out like this the entire time. They were just off in La La Land, fucking like going nuts at each other. So I tried to save fucking Renee there, couldn't get it off in time. What am I doing? I turn around and I run away from this. This is not my fight. I don't need to be here. I had a little bit of fucking downtime while we were waiting for the rotate, and I had no use over there on the point at that specific moment to come out here and try to give some more heals, so maybe we could win this fight over here, and eventually our kill squads could take space and fucking get on their healers. It is what it is. Try to find fucking use, all right? Obviously, all toes on point. I'm getting on point here. All right. I see heavy from bonfire. Yep, call it out. So what am I thinking here? I'm thinking I'm going to play road, maybe bot left, because no one's over here. Back there behind me, group 9 and group 10, they're fucking fixated on each other. All of the conflicts coming from this fucking bond side and probably over here, right? So if I don't do it here, that's my mistake, right? I need to learn as well. I'm not perfect. But what I should be doing here is backing up maybe once they start crashing and play this road, play this bot left side. I get stuck on all the other healers there. And yeah, I'm playing it. I'm working it. I want to get back into my healer pocket though, and I do, right? Yep, so now I'm playing Bond because I noticed there's a bunch of disruptors over here just causing mayhem. Throw a clap. I'm continuing to work this pocket, constantly working this pocket here. All right, I almost die here. I healed Ferment instead of myself because I knew I was gonna pot, and I luckily got a heal. Always coming back to this pocket though, continuously. I rode way too far in, trying to get a heal on Ferment because he's a little far out there. At this point in time, I need to be talking to Ferment, hey, you're too far. Now, you gotta remember, it's not necessarily that they're wrong being up there, but at the same time, he's probably caught up in some shit, all right? Can't get necessarily mad at him for it, but at the same time, they need to realize that I can't go that far in to heal them. And it is what it is. So we're getting pushed off this point pretty hard right now. I tried to heal fucking Hadoy from across the map. They've pushed us out of our pocket. They've pushed us off the point completely here. I'm just trying to find use where I can find use. And yeah, honestly, there's not too much more I want to really go into, because I don't want to sit in here for 3 hours going over VOD reviews with you guys, when I'm just going to be, it's the same shit. As you can see, like even 20 minutes down the road, I'm doing the same exact thing. All right, my fucking positioning doesn't change. This is what we should be doing, guys. To recap real fast, work those pockets, all right? Work the pockets that they give you. Like it should be priority, right? Always work this green pocket here first. Okay, be able to try to work this green pocket. If you find yourself not being able to work it, move up. Work this fucking top right pocket. Work this bond right here. Work this left side. Work the road. Find somewhere to stand to heal. Now, like I said, there's might not be places for you to always stand, and that's okay. But get comfortable healing others like conflict, while you're fighting. Get comfortable healing people while you're being attacked. Like if you're being attacked, like you shouldn't instantly get scared. You have fucking 18,000 plus health. It might be one or two guys on you. You have other people healing for you. You have other healers around you. Don't get scared. Move side to side. Fucking create space as much as you can, but don't fucking run away all the way back here to where now you can't heal any of your team on point. All right, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but does anyone have any questions before I yeah, good point. Avar just sold me. All feet on point. All toes on point, however you want to say it. Actually, I'm just going to show this clip right here of the hatchet. Motherfuck. Again, if you're not running hatchet, this is why you need to run hatchet. I know you guys probably ran into stunbot a lot here.
Stunbot always kills me.
Yeah, so here I'm just healing. Look, I'm not like necessarily fucking like. You see how they give up? Okay, watch again. See how like he just gives up? Like I promise you, like people aren't gonna focus you down if you show that you're like you're not getting bothered, right? If you just move around, don't stand still, don't turn your back to him and run away instantly. Fucking we got called to rotate to C, so I'm just trying to help peel our team out here. And Stunbot jumps on me, right? I use my hatchet. I missed my fucking route, but I have so much fucking speed. I have like 70-80% fucking haste right now. I am out this bitch. I'm gone. I am gone. He will never catch me. 100% of the time, this guy will never catch me. Hatchet is so fucking good. You should learn how to use Hatchet. Like, this guy would, if I had Rapier, he would have just leaping striked onto me and killed me. Guarantee it. Not with fucking Hatchet. He won't catch me. He can't fucking stun me. He can't lock me up. I still have a fucking. I'll use my cleanse, but.
And what is the hatchet combo like?
So the hatchet combo, I kind of do it. If you look at my abilities.
Yeah.
However, one thing that I do mess up. So there's the way you want to do it is in order of that I have them, right? So berserk into a heavy attack. Because on the tree somewhere, a heavy attack will grant you 30% fortify. Right after the heavy attack, you want to go into Raging Torrent, which if you connect, will give you 20% haste as well, on top of the 20% from Berserk. And then you go into Social Distancing, which is another 20%, plus Keen Speed, which you will get a crit using these abilities. I promise you will crit. Keen Speed on the perk on your hatchet will give you another 20%. So that's 20, 20, 68. That's 80% fucking speed, haste. Zooming with fucking a 30% fortify if you can add the heavy in there. However, a lot of the times I don't add the heavy in there just because I don't necessarily panic, but I'm not confident yet in being able to get that heavy off before I die. But you realistically want to try to add a heavy in there if you don't think you're getting pushed down too hard. Like right here, I could have definitely added a heavy. But yeah, Berserk, Torrent, Hatchet. If you hit them, it even roots them as well, which gives you another second of getting the fuck out, and you're out. Yeah, so that's that. Altos on point. Let me see if I can. Altos are defense. Anyway, I forget where it is. There was a point in one of these videos where I stepped onto point that was being contested. You call for all toes on point, play on the edge of the point, fucking don't be afraid to get on there. You're probably gonna be fine. Oh, look right here. It's not being contested, but like be confident. Be confident in yourself, you know? Like I got on point, was able to heal, got off. Like look how close I'm playing the point right now. You don't realistically want to do all the time, but it's just it's so free. Like there's no reason for me to not be on point. And I think actually a little fucking right here, like I'm like damn near on point, right? If the enemy team's heavy on C and they're ticking and we're not ticking anymore and they call altos on point, healers too. Get on point, find a safe spot within the point. All it is the same concept, except using this entire map as your using this healer pocket as your friend. Find a healer pocket inside the point. All right, that's pretty much that. See this clip real fast. All right. Yeah, Metapod's on me. Alright, I did the combo, got out. I'm fucking out. Like every fucking time. Every fucking time I will get out of that. 100%. Alright. Remember not to spam yourself here. Berserk, Torrent, evasive throw. Somebody came up and fucking shockwaved my ass during mid fucking throw. But like I said, I have so much fucking haste. Look, 1, 2, 3, fucking that's like 60%. And there's one more somewhere, fucking going on. Fucking 80% fucking haste. Like I'm getting fucking out of there. As soon as I'm unstunned, right? I'm fucking out. 100%. 100% of the time. All the time. Fucking Hatchet is so good, guys. But yeah, that was that. That'll be the end of my class because I don't want to take too much of your time. I know people have gone in and out of here already, just because, you know, I was probably just talking about something they didn't care about. But I appreciate everyone who is in here, who came and actually tried to learn something. If you didn't learn anything, let me know. I'll do better next time. But if you did learn something, also let me know. That way, you know, I know I did good. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. Any last questions?
I have a quick question for you.
What's
For
going on?
those of us that have never played a hatchet, can we get with you sometime soon? You kind of go through it with us and help us learn it?
100%. I'll tell you this. Until that clip that I just showed you was my first time ever using Hatchet on healer.
Okay.
It is so easy. The only thing that's difficult about it is timing on when to pull it out and actually use that combo. And that just comes with experience. Like you
Okay.
can, like if you watched all 3 of my VODs all the way through, you'll see from my first VOD with the Hatchet all the way to my last one, I progressively get better with it because I'm using it in OPRs, I'm using it in wars, I'm using it 3v3s, I'm using it in open world. I'm just constantly using it, and I'm now confident with that Hatchet. But yeah, I will get with you. I'll go through with at least the minimum 2 perks that you want, which would be keen speed and refreshing social distancing.
Okay.
Those are the 2 perks you mainly want. If you can find the one with Keen on it, which increases your critical chance, throw that Bad Larry on there. Get that Bad Larry on there. But yeah, I can go through with you, or whoever else wants to learn. We can go to a fucking fort that's not being contested, and you can practice the combo on the dummy itself.
I was also thinking maybe some FFA we could practice there too. Head out another little area.
Yes, yeah,
Like,
we can definitely fucking duel each other, and like if we can get some of our bruisers to fight us, and we just practice getting away from him. That's another
Yeah.
thing that I do a lot with Ferment during like races. Whenever it's like downtime, capping a fucking fort, I'll duel Ferment, and I'll just like make him chase me around the fucking fort, uh, and just practicing getting away from whoever it may be.
all right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Any more questions, Nixie? Anyone? Keldry?
Nope. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate you guys for sticking here, sticking through. Avar, question?
No, the hatchet you would want to try to get is in your DMs.
Oh, thank you. Yep, right here. Vicious works. I opted for Keen because it's critical chance. Because it all ties into getting. Doesn't matter how much your crit hits for, but I'm pretty sure this is farmable or easy to
Oh,
get.
that's a craft.
It was
Craft,
really,
okay.
it's really cheap to craft. It was like 10 prismatic ingots, you know, etc. But I opted for the fuck. Or actually, no. If you wanted to be able to pick all 3, it was really expensive to craft. But if you wanted to be able to pick all 3, you could just craft the Gorgon one for easier as well.
Which I don't expect you guys to because it's extremely expensive. But however, if you can
Name-
look up,
yeah.
where do you get this one from again? You craft it from where?
It's just a craft.
Okay.
Just the main 2 perks you want is keen speed and refreshing distance throw.
Yeah.
So if you just craft a 2 perker, your 3rd perk's just going to be dead no matter what. But you're hoping for the not vicious, but the other one.
Yeah. So
would be your
realistically,
best to go for.
the only ones that truly matter are keen speed, refreshing distance throw. As Avar just said, this is kind of like whatever. Like I said, any perk after this works. If you were to like mid max, keen would be the perk you want. But if you can get an axe with keen speed, refreshing distance throw, that's all you need. You don't need anything else. And then you can use, and obviously you want it with constitution or even focus. Unfortunately, I got minus strength. It is what it is. But these 2 perks are the bread and butter of getting away. If you have one of these but not the other, it'll only work 50%, right? You want to get both of these perks. The 3rd one doesn't matter. But if you have the opportunity to make it, put Keen on it, it'll just increase your chances of getting that crit for that 20%. All right.
Great.
Any more questions? No? All right. Well, you guys are fucking good. I appreciate you guys for once again coming in. I'll try if you want to DM me of certain classes on healing that you might want to learn, certain fucking techniques that you might not know, just hit me up. I'll be more than happy to teach you. I'm on practically every day. I always usually have my phone on me. So